And this is the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible, and it's also the first 5 books of the Christian Bible, right? Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy are contained in here. And every Saturday morning, the young man or young woman who is becoming a bar bat mitzvah, which means son or daughter of the commandments, reads from the Torah. So I'm guessing that many of you have never had the chance to see one before. So we'll open it up and you'll be able to see it. Just pull the cover right off. Thank you. Okay.
Will you get in trouble now?
No, because I'm the boss. Okay, so some of you probably know that Hebrew is written from right to left rather than left to right. So the Torah scroll actually goes this way. And it's written by hand by a person called a sofer or a scribe. And usually it's written with the feather of a kosher animal, usually a turkey feather, although it can also be written with a reed. And it's made up of 64, the parchment, this is parchment, animal skins, from 64 different animals. And you can make it of any kosher animal. This happens to be calf skin. And so this is, I'm just wondering if I can get close to some passage that you would recognize. Let's see.
Learning to find in that one.
Let's see if I can find something that might be familiar to you. So I'm rolling now back toward the beginning, actually. Perfect. So sometimes you don't even have to read the text to know where you are because they're all laid out the same way. So I know here that we're at the 10 Commandments. So this is the 10 Commandments. You see these words here? These are Hebrew words, lo, 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 lo. Thou shalt not, thou shalt not, thou shalt not, thou shalt not. So I know I'm at the 10 Commandments. And you're allowed to read from this when you become 13 and have practiced and have enough skill to do that.
Could you read a passage?
Sure. Here we go. Zachor et Yom HaShabbat l'kodsho. Remember the Sabbath day to make it holy. Sheshet yamim ta'avod v'asita kol malachtecha. 6 days you shall work and do all of your chores. Yom HaShvi'i Shabbat l'Adonai. And the 7th day is a Sabbath unto Adonai, unto the Lord, Elohecha, your God. Lo taseh kol melacha. Do not do any form of work. Ata, you, uvincha, your children, uvidcha, anyone in your household, abdecha, or your slave, ve'amatcha, or your animals, uvehemtecha, or your beasts, the gercha asher bisharecha, or the stranger who lives among you. So the Sabbath was not only for the Jew himself, but for everyone who worked for him or with him, for the entire community, including the animals. Here, let's go down here. Kabed et avicha ve'imecha. Honor your father and your mother. Laman yarichun yamecha al hadamah, so that your days may be long on the earth. Asher Adonai Elohecha noten lach, which the Lord your God has given you. Lo tirtzach, thou shalt not murder. Lo tin'af, thou shalt not commit adultery. Lo tignov, thou shalt not steal. Lo ta'aneh b'reacha ad shaker, you should not deceive your neighbor. Lo tachmod beit reacha, you shall not covet what belongs to your neighbor. So there you have the Ten Commandments. Now, normally they'd be chanted, but I don't have a very good voice. Any questions? Anybody have any questions for me? Yeah.
The woman that helped you doing this.
Yes.
She wore
Yes. So Judaism, like Christianity, has denominations. So there are three main branches or denominations of Judaism. Orthodox Judaism, which is the most fundamentalist and has the most limited role for women. There's the conservative movement, which is sort of in the center, and then there's something called the Reform movement, which we're a part of, and this is a Reform synagogue. And it is a branch of Judaism in which women are absolutely equal to men in every possible way. So we have women rabbis, we have women cantors who sing, boys become bar mitzvah, girls become bat mitzvah. So we don't make any distinctions between men and women in Reform Judaism. In Orthodox Judaism, that what she was wearing, she would have been asked to leave.
Yeah, but it was because she had a certain job and she had a certain...
No, actually, many Jews, whenever they pray, wear a kippah. Yeah. But traditionally, in an Orthodox synagogue, a woman would not. Yeah. So you're sort of among the most liberal of all the branches of Judaism, which is why we have murals on the walls depicting
An
human
Orthodox
figures.
wouldn't pick up the Torah to show us.
Yeah, I think actually an Orthodox rabbi would. Yeah, there's nowhere is it written that a non-Jew can't touch the Torah or read from the Torah. It's perfectly fine. I mean, it does have to be treated with a certain amount of respect. You're not supposed to touch the ink with your finger. Also, you're never supposed to drop it. If you drop a Torah, you and everyone who witnesses it is required to fast for 40 days. You can eat at night, but you have to fast for 40 days if you drop a Torah. Yeah. I got it.
You never dropped it?
I got it.
Have you
I
dropped
have
it
never
somewhere?
dropped it, and I've never seen it. I've never dropped it. I've never seen one drop. Yeah. Not yet.
Please.
Don't worry. You would be exempt. You wouldn't have to worry about it. Get right over the top. No, flip it around so the slit goes in the back.
Okay.
There we go.
Here's stuff.
It's supposed to be on the outside.
Just put that. Nice colors. Well, you know, the colors from in the sanctuary, in most Jewish sanctuaries, come from what the Torah tells us were the colors of the robes that the high priest wore. And we dress the Torah the way the high priest was dressed in the ancient temple: a crown, bells, robes of purple and gold and crimson. So a lot of this is meant to evoke memories of the ancient temple in Jerusalem, including the light, the eternal light that burns above the ark. Yeah. Where's your next stop from here?
This is our final stop for tonight.
Where are you staying?
We're staying at the Dream Center. It's up on Alvarado.
Uh-huh. So where's dinner? You got to take them out for dinner.
We're going out for dinner somewhere. They've been working hard all day.
Yeah, you got to feed these kids.
I need to feed them. We're very grateful that you took time. Thank
welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm proud of what you're doing.
you. This is amazing.
Thank you all very much for being here, and you're always welcome. You can bring your group any year. We're happy
Thank
to
you
have
so
you.
much.
clap our hands?
It's not necessary.